I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of 1 John, chapter 3, and let's focus on verse 1. Look at how great a love the Father has given us, that we should be called God's children, and we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it didn't know Him. 1 John, chapter 3, verse 1. I recently saw a documentary on the children of the rich and famous. And to me, the kid that stuck out the most was Paris Hilton. Maybe you're familiar with her. It's not because she's a pop singer, a fashion model, or a reality TV diva. It's because I used to live in hotel rooms, touring around the globe in a rock band. And when a band is just starting out, nobody pays you any money, right? You sign a record deal, it's not a rich and famous contract. You actually have to earn the money. So in those early days, you don't have any money. And so a promoter, will put you in these dumps. A new band is usually driving around a rusty van. They sleep on strangers' floors and run down hotels. Yeah, it's glamorous, right? And I remember one concert promoter early in my career, after we'd been sitting in these flop houses night after night, he actually put us up in a Hilton hotel. And it was incredible. And the carpet didn't smell like stale beer, and the sheets didn't have stains, right? The kind of places we used to say. There wasn't that 38 caliber 2 a.m. wake-up call with somebody yelling about somebody else's wife. No, for us, Hilton meant heaven. Enter Paris. You know what upset me so much was that she has diminished the Hilton name to Motel 6 status. Now, how well do God's children represent the name that they have inherited? I think about that question quite often, and usually whenever I have to make a decision that involves me choosing to either be a servant or to be served. And what about yourself? Have you entered into a saving relationship with Jesus? Well, if so, how have you represented and honored the new name which the Lord has given to you? The third commandment says, do not take the Lord's name in vain. And many followers of Jesus believe this commandment says don't use the name of the Lord as a curse word. And while that's never a good idea to flippantly say the Lord's name, the third commandment is actually telling us a whole other thing. The third commandment carries the idea that we should not receive the Lord's name in vain. That is, don't receive His name as a bride would receive a groom's name, and then act like you're still married to the world. And I'm glad that I experienced Hilton the hotel before I learned of Hilton the heiress. And let's pray that she comes to know Jesus in a saving way, and soon. You see, the Apostle John says that the reason that the world does not know us is that it doesn't know God. So also, let's do our best to live at the level of biblical integrity and hope that the world chooses to know God because they know us and not in spite of knowing us. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Check us out at groundworksministries.com.